There are tons of video tutorials out there that covers gears, shooting, and editing. However, there are not a lot of videos that talk about how all these really come together as a whole. In this video, I'll cover the details of a video production workflow, from capturing to transferring the files to exporting the files for online sharing and everything in between. So stick around. Music got me all fired up, right? And then just let me know anytime. I mean, I'll be happy to help you out, guys.
That sounds perfect. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much, Julie. Talk to you later. This is your boy Sig Ribokil, aka Nifty 50. I've gotten a lot of feedback from you, and I created this to give you guys the idea on how a video is created. I call this the video production workflow, meaning how is a video really created? I'm gonna give you the bare minimum gears or equipment you need to create a video, and then I will use that to demonstrate the video workflow. This is not a complete list, okay? This is just the bare minimum, but I'll guarantee you that after watching this, you can start creating a video. Here is the list of what you need. So we need the memory card. We're gonna put that to your camera, right? So let me draw that. Okay, so this is that's your memory card, right? So you have your memory card. You're gonna put that into your camera. So you have your memory card, you're gonna put that to your camera. You can then start recording, right? So once you press that record button, you're telling the camera, like, hey, I need to start recording this piece, or I need to start recording this scene. You're gonna press that record button, right? It's a tiny button that says REC, it's record. You're gonna tell the camera, hey, start recording, we're gonna create a file. The file that's gonna be created is going to be stored in your memory card. The files that you're gonna get are in a number, right? So video1.mp4, video2.mp4. So these are the files that you just created, right? So once you have all these files, you're done recording. Once you have all these files and you're done recording, you're gonna bring that up to your computer or your Mac or your workstation, right? You're gonna save all these files to your computer, right? So you're gonna back up your files, right? You're gonna store all the files in your computer, or you can store it on a different hard drive, right? Now, once you're done, you are then ready to edit your video. So edit is a term that we use, right, when we try to create, all these files that we have and put it all together, right? If you have so many cuts, then we are gonna piece them all together in one, right? So that's what we call edit. And when we put sound, when we put, transitions and titles, it's part of the edit. So that's a term that we use as videographers. There are a lot of editing softwares out there, right? There is Adobe Premiere Pro, Final Cut, Camtasia, Sony Vegas, and so much more, but they do the same thing. It's just basically collects all these video files that you recorded, which then you are free to cut or make it shorter, or make it put transitions or put sounds. So you are then ready to export, right? So on any editing software, there's gonna be a menu or a button that says export or share. That's basically telling the editing software that, hey, I'm ready, my edit is ready, and I'm ready to create that one video file, right? Can you create one for me? In other words, the export is basically telling the editing software to spit out one file for you, so you can share it on Facebook, you can share it on Instagram, or you can share it on YouTube. So you're gonna have that file, one MP4 file. Boom. It's gonna be your file that you are gonna share in the cloud or in the internet, right? YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. So that is the workflow, right? It's really, really, really simple. Yo, Sig, but you drew something on the board and still don't get it. I have a solution for that. I'm gonna do a demo on how it actually works. Alright, so I'm gonna have a camera here. Like I said, alright, step number 1, you get your card, you put that on your DSLR, right? You put that on your camera, right? Any camera will have a memory card slot, and you put that inside the camera. Bam! Alright, you close that. Next thing is you're gonna have to press the record button. So your camera is gonna have a record button right here. Boom! You just press that, and then it's gonna start recording. So what it looks like when you start recording, right? I'm gonna press record. So you're gonna see the small REC red indicator there. It says that it's, you know, see, look at that REC right there. That's gonna be the indicator that you are recording to your camera now, right? So you're on right here. So my camera has a stop button as well, right? Okay, so you just press that, right? So once you press that, see, look what's gonna happen. Look, look, look. Boom, right? You see that? So it stops, right? When you press the record button. You know, so, okay, so now, once you're done recording, you have that video file. Remember that we talked about here? You know, all these files that we get? So now it's stored on your memory card, right? What we do next is, you take out the memory card, right? So we are gonna take out the memory card we just recorded, and we're gonna put it on our editing software, all right? So let me show you that too. Okay, so this is my workstation. Check it out. So that I'm using an iMac Pro. Okay, so your computer or your Mac is going to have that memory card slot. So what you do is just put that in there, right? You just insert the card, right? Boom. All right. So now once you insert the card, the computer is gonna read it, saying, "Oh, okay, I got your card here, and these are the video files." And we're gonna open that one up, and I'll show you that too. So now I'm on my computer screen or my Mac screen, right? So I am opening this card. So if you look right here, right? If you look right here, that is the memory card that I just inserted, right? So I'm gonna open that one up, okay? So refer to your manual on how you can find those files, because you know different cameras have different folders where they put all those files. In my case, you know, I have it in, you know, the clip. You know, I have to go through, you know, different folders first before I could reach those files, but that's okay. So right now, remember I told you that, you know, when, you know, you create these files, you know, it's gonna, you know, create like, you know, a number file, like, you know, a .mp4 file. So on this case, it's C0001.mp4, so that's the first file. Second file was 002, and so on and so forth, right? So I recorded a bunch of videos already and haven't, you know, deleted that, but that's the file that I have. Your editing software is gonna look like this. It's gonna have a timeline. We call it a timeline where you put all the files that you just imported on that editing software. So basically, if I have this clip right here, right? If I have this clip, like for example, you know, the clip 003, if I want to put that in there, I just drag it. Like, you know, I just drag it here. Like, okay, I'm gonna drag it to the timeline, right? Okay, for example, this. Okay, so I'm dragging it to the timeline right now, right? So I drag that to the timeline, right? And then if I want another file, then same thing. So I'm just gonna drag it there. There is, you know, a term that we call a cut. So a cut basically means that, you know, if you have something recorded, like, you know, it's gonna have a cut button. See, look at that, like a blade. Or cut basically is when you click and then it's gonna cut it in half or something like that, right? So when you cut, you know, you basically just cut the piece, like, you know, like using a scissor or a blade. If you have the bad scenes or bad shots in there, you just cut it out, right? And then you can shorten the clips. Okay, so then you put it all together until you create something like this, right? You know, you can All right. So there's gonna be a cursor that's gonna run, so you can review your shots, you can listen to it, remove whatever you need, or add music, all that good stuff. All right. So that's the idea, and that's how an editing software looks like. It's that timeline. So if you look at this timeline right here, this is the most important part of the editing software. This is where you put everything in. So, assuming you have everything here, like, you put everything together, and then you have the music, you have the color and all that. So there's gonna be a command right here on my screen saying, like, I have my command in MCPX in order for me to export the file is either send to compressor or share. The most common button that I use is the share button, right? Where I just go share and export that file. See, look, there's like a Vimeo settings that I created. Either you create a DVD or you create export file or 4K. There's so many options that you can choose depending on your software. We will discuss that later on how what type of settings do we need for an export for YouTube, for Facebook, or Instagram. All right, so for example, this one, if you want to export that, you just click next, and then it's gonna create a QuickTime movie or MOB file or an MP4 file. All right, so now I'm not gonna click next because I'm not done yet. So once you create that, look, you are gonna have a file that's gonna be one file. You're gonna have that one file, and I'm gonna show that to you. Landing page, okay. Okay, so this is my folder. You're gonna have that file, and it's gonna look like this. Whatever you want to name it to. How to create a YouTube video for business, blah, 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 Instagram 1, 2, 3. So you name it whatever you want, but you see the extensions here. It's MP4 file or MOB file. These are the most common files that Facebook and Instagram or YouTube accepts. So that's why we create the .mob or MP4 file. They're the same. They're the same. Your video is gonna play fine with either of those two. Okay? So you see how easy it is to make a video? Now go ahead and give it a try, folks. Please don't forget to subscribe and follow me here. Also, please join my Facebook group, Video Academy for Entrepreneurs. It's a community of business owners and entrepreneurs where I teach how to create videos the fastest and easy way. Question of the day: Mac or PC? Ooh, that's a tough one. And then we'll use that to demonstrate the video workflow. I got it from someone. Sorry. We'll use that to demonstrate the video workflow. I love that music. Wow, that's a good intro music. Might be using that